Yeah, hit it. All right, good.
He is risen. Would you stand, let's celebrate his resurrection together. On April 22nd, 2022, a portion of this email was sent to the church on behalf of the elders. Dear church family, we find ourselves in unique circumstances. In our church body, we have experienced a number of realities that have affected utilizing our building. We have committed to a season of prayer to seek the Lord's wisdom. Please ask God to direct our steps, provide wisdom, and gift us with creative thinking regarding our facility needs. Thank you for uniting with us in prayer, the elders of North Hills Church. God answered our prayers. In God's kind providence, He has enabled us to enter into this answer to prayer on a day that we give particular honor. We honor Easter because Jesus is risen from the dead. This building's meaning is rooted in the resurrection being a reality. So any speaker or musician or ministry or serving opportunity or gathering that utilizes this facility is rooted in the resurrection. If Jesus did not rise from the dead, none of this matters. But in fact, Jesus has risen from the dead. So moving forward, we want to try to connect you to everything that's going on at North Hills. So if you're here or you're visiting and you want to know information, there are QR codes on chairs all around you. You can scan those to find any information you need to know about what's going on at North Hills Church. If you'd like to talk to somebody in person, feel free to go to the welcome lobby out and to the right after the service. In many traditions, after a reader says, "This is the word of the Lord," the congregation responds audibly with thanks be to God. So I invite you to respond after I read Matthew 28, 1 through 6. Now after the Sabbath, toward the dawn of the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothing white as snow. And for fear of him, the guards trembled and became like dead men. But the angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus who is crucified. He is not here, for he has risen as he said. Come, see the place where he lay." This is the word of the Lord.
joy to worship this morning with you. We have been journeying through the Gospel of Matthew for about a year and a half. And in the providence of God, we have come to Matthew 12.